Okay, it says special event. I don't like this special event. When you set up this deck, right, I think there's 2 of these. You shuffle them up, pick one. And then there's, I think, 5 or whatever, or 6 events. You shuffle them, put some in there, put the rest in the box. So this you have a choice of actually 2 different ones. So this is the one I got. I don't know what it is. Add 2 to the gold space, which is bad. And Mirza's Arrival, CH6. All right, let's do it. In the morning quiet, we can hear something like steps outside. Waiting to see what will happen, we dash for every makeshift weapon we have at hand. But before we can pick anything up, the door bangs open and armed men stream inside. There are at least 15. Some of them aim their rifles at us. Others push us to the ground, and the rest scatter around our shelter, as if searching for something. Rookie, if they move, shoot, orders a tall, thin, mustached man wearing a military beret. He's holding his automatic rifle by the grip. Check for other exits. Sergeant, all around defense. Jesus. Okay, so we wait to see what will happen, or we try to break loose. I mean, they've got guns and they are many, so I would say let's just wait to see. They're clearly looking for someone, right? I don't think we try to break loose. I mean, I wouldn't. Like, honestly, I would just be like, hey, take what you want and leave me alone. So, yeah, H235. I mean, if we had guns and stuff, maybe, but we don't. So, H235. Clear, someone says, and the tall one orders his men to help us up. We stand before him, and a young boy who hasn't grown any facial hair, yet keeps aiming his gun at us, looking only slightly less frightened than we feel. Again, the tall one speaks. I am Captain Mirza from the Viceni Liberation Uprising. This is going to be our quarters. You can stay if you abide by my rules. You tell no one that we are here, and you do what I tell you. Is that clear? He asks and doesn't wait for our answer. He marches up to our home's attic. We look at the barrel aimed at us, and at the armed soldiers bustling about the whole house. It looks like we've been presented with a fait accompli. Wow. 438. So these guys are moving in. Whoa. 438. Place the Act Objective 1 deck face down on the main objective card. These are Mirza's missions for your group. Whenever an event card instructs you to reveal a new Act objective, take the top card from this deck. When you have resolved one of Mirza's missions, place a completion token on it, either with the green side face up to mark your success, or with the red side face up to mark your failure. Resolve their effects and corresponding scripts at the end of each dawn phase, after drawing these special action cards. Don't know what that is. Do it only if the completion token is placed on a given card. Take the Mirza's Squad card, read it, and place it in the shelter, in the space at the top of the ladder. The card should be placed with the action icon visible. You do not have access to the back of this card until the game instructs you. As long as Mirza's Squad is in the shelter, you cannot place Fittings card on the top floor of the shelter. Okay. If any cards are already placed there, move them to a different empty shelter space. You may use the special action described on the Mirza's Squad card to learn more about its members. Take the Dawn Phase card and place it on top of the War Fate deck. You will need to resolve it according to its text for Act 1. Okay, a lot of stuff here, so let's do this one by one. Alright, so that's the Act 1 objective deck. So I guess we shuffle this. Face down on the main objective card, okay? There we go. So whenever something here instructs us, we will flip a card, okay? Take the Mirza's Squad card, which is this one here. We can look at this. You cannot place any fitting cards on the top floor of the shelter, okay? We can socialize with rebels. Interact with one chosen rebel. Captain Mirza, Sergeant Demir, Corporal Jadran, Sharpshooter Harry, Rookie, or Guerrillas. Note, this action can be performed only once per day and once per act for each rebel. Okay, when Mirza's rebels leave the shelter, remove this card from the game. Okay, and we don't know what's on the back of this thing. So this goes at the top of the ladder. Put this here where the rubble is. And then it says take the Dawn Phase card. So for this Forlorn Hope thing, there's a Dawn Phase card. And put it on top of the War Fate deck. What does this even do? Resolve this card at the end of the Dawn phase depending on the current act. At the end of the Dawn phase, so after everything is done, even after the War of Fate, as far as I can tell. Act 1, if a completion token is placed on any act objective card on the time track, resolve the corresponding script from the card. Okay, so like if we complete the aiding our neighbor thing here that's on top over there, then at this, after the War Fate thing, this is like a rule. It's just like a rule reminder to go see on the time track. If you have a check mark there or something, go read it. Okay, so I'll put this on the War Fate. Okay, so that's basically it. Then what does this say? This says, place this card face down at the top of the time track and reveal a new act objective. Ah. So face down at the top of the time track. So this pushes this down. Okay, so this is just, we're not going to do anything with this, but it does make this potentially go away and we won't be able to do it. And then it says reveal a new act objective. So let's do that. What does that say? This says read this card, then place it at the top of the time track. Top of the time track, that sucks. Okay, so AK Party, CH29. Okay, we got to go read that. At any moment, you may discard any number of the following: 3 cigarettes, moonshine, alcohol, without resolving their effects from the storage. For the discarded tokens, advance the objective marked by 1, 1, or 2 respectively. So I guess this means, okay, so 1 token, 2 token, 3 token. So if I discard 3 tokens, I go 1, 2, 3. I guess discard 1 to 3 of these things, and then you could do either this, this, or that. I'm going to play it like that. Okay, and then when this card leaves the time track, CH115, if we complete this thing and put a little check mark there, we'll go under the check mark and read this. But for now, we have an AK Party, H29, on top of the time track. That's bad, because that means that this whole Peter's Medicine thing here is going to go. That's bad. Well, I mean, I say it's bad. It's just bad that we maybe won't get to read it. But anyway, let's go do AK Party here, H29. Mirza's men want to get a drink before they set out to fight. It's understandable, but to think that those armed and desperate rebels will, on top of it all, be drunk? They want us to get them booze, and they won't mind if we throw in some cigarettes too. Should we do it and make sure they're drunk but friendly? Or should we hope they won't get furious if we ignore them? Back to game. Well, you're sort of giving me a choice, but you're not giving me a choice. Okay, alright, so we got to get them some stuff. Alright, so what's gonna happen is, I know I wanted to build some stuff and all that, but I don't have enough parts. I could go there to try and make some, but honestly, I only have 2 actions per person. So let's say first action, let's say this is the first action, right? They poke about and she makes a part. So first action, I get a part here. Fine. Then second action, let's say I redo the same thing. And then I'll have what I need to build this, but I won't be able to build it this round because I need 2 mechanical parts, 1 electrical part. So action 1, I get another mechanical part. Action 2, I get an electrical part. And I don't have action 3 to build the thing, right? I'll just stack up on parts. Oh, hold on. For each 2 components. So she could do 2 at the same time. Well, that's a different story. You see, I didn't read that correctly. Huh. In all my games, I've never used this thing. It's so weird. Okay, so you know what? So she can actually do this. So she's going to use 4 of these parts, right? Let's put them over here. And they're going to poke about. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. So she's going to make another mechanical and electrical. And then to build the heater, we're going to need 3 components, and we already have that. Okay, cool. So let's have these guys poke about, hopefully get some wood. 3, which would be a wood. Ooh la la. And then the other guy, 6. Yeah, is it cocked? Yeah, not so much. Because my rule is, if it's really cocked on something, you get to re-roll it. So 6 would be, 2 wood. That's horrible. All right, there we go. Okay, so these guys come back. This has been spent. And now for their second action, well, one of them will be building an efficient heater. So 2 mechanical parts, 1 electrical part, and 3 components. Oh, actually, what if we use this? We could discard the 3 parts and not spend the components, and then we would just build the heater. Or do we keep this for later? I don't know. I mean, we don't really need the components right now, but we might later because, you know, components with wood makes board ups. You know what? Let's use it. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to spend this to not get rid of these components. So why not? All right, so we got an efficient heater. I'll put it next to the heater because it has to be next to it. So this is gone. But now, yeah, hold on. If she built this, I can't really send these guys to poke about. Because the thing, I wanted to get rid of some heat. Oh yeah, that's bad. Of some cold. Because I don't have enough wood to actually go there. I need 2 wood. Oh, that's bad, man. That's really bad. Actually, let me get rid of this because I needed to. Yeah, that's really bad. Yeah, I can't poke about and burn wood. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So things are going to get cold. Damn. Should have planned this out better. This is the thing with this game. You always run out of actions. All right, look, it is what it is. Unless, instead of doing all this poke-about business, can I send this guy to make a board up? No, because it's 1 component and 4 wood. Wow, I'm going to need a lot of wood. All right, let's poke about then. So first person poking. 4, and that would be a wood or a component, but I'll take a wood. And second person here. That's a 9. That's pretty good. That's 4 wood or components. Let's get 4 wood. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay. Now, I would have liked to talk to Mirza's squad, but again, these are actions, and we don't have a lot of actions, which is bad. All right, so everybody's back. I mean, so next turn, we'll be able to really efficiently heat this place, but for now, we didn't heat this place at all. But we do have 2 board ups, so 4 cold minus 2 board ups is 2. I don't know. Let's hope for the best. Now we get to the phase where everybody has to drink and eat, the Dusk Phase, so everybody can drink, which is good. And as far as food goes, he doesn't like to be hungry, so he's going to eat to stay the same. And these guys, oof, this guy's going to go hungry at level 3. Well, them's the ropes, I guess. Yeah, so he's going to go hungry at level 3. And she's going to go hungry at level 2. All right, we're going to have to find some food, because if he goes hungry at level 4, he's dead. Yeah. We're gonna have to go trading for some stuff, for sure. Yeah. Okay, and then let's give them jobs. Did I say he? She's a she, actually. So my burglar over here is gonna stay at home, stay to defend, because she's got a prowess of 2, so that's always what's gonna happen for her. So she's going on guard duty with the knife. So she's gonna go to fatigue 2, and both my people here are gonna go scavenging. So same thing as before. And now, you know, I really wanted to go to go do aiding our neighbor, the thing with the old guy who's got diabetes. I want to do that, but at the same time, I don't think I can, because I really need to get these guys cigarettes and coffee for them, and I also need to get cigarettes for the AK party Mirza squad thing for, you know, eventually. So I'm like, I don't think I have the time to go aid the neighbor, because if I do that, I have to go all across town, so I'm going to waste some exploration cards. Then I got to spend 6 exploration cards to actually do the aiding our neighbor, and then I can't really explore the place because I have nothing left, and I can't trade, and I can't do anything else. So if I don't do any of that good stuff, trading and exploring and all that, well, then I won't have coffee, I won't have cigarettes, I won't have food. This guy's going to die. So I'm afraid the neighbor with the diabetes is pretty much on his own. Now, as far as I can tell, there's nothing to read once that card slides off the time track. It just says get rid of it. So at least there's no bad... I mean, in your mind, you can say maybe the guy's going to die or whatever, but there's no text. There's no nothing saying, oh, this guy died, so everybody gets miserable and all that. There's nothing like that on the card. So I'm going to have to game this out and say prioritize my people, right? So that's what's going to happen. So my plan is, let's go trading. So let's bring all of this good stuff here. So 1, 2, 3, that's 13 right there. That's pretty good, right? So we put these guys here on plundered old town, which is where our house is. I'm going to put the findings over here. Now you might notice it says findings pile 2. Basically, you should put your findings on the actual board, and if you have a second scavenging party, you put their findings on this pile, but I'm just going to put mine over here because I only have one party. I guess I could I split them up? Like, could I send someone to go over to the factory district to interact with the aiding our neighbor, and then leave someone here at plundered Old Town? Because you can actually trade. So it says here, this place you cannot explore. You cannot put explore tokens here, so you cannot go through this deck. You cannot discover new locations here, okay? But you could trade, right? 6 exploration cards to trade. Would that be doable? Yeah, I could draw 16 cards for somebody who stays here and they trade. Let's see, with this stuff. And then my other guy draws 16 cards, traverses the city, and tries to help the neighbor. I didn't think about that. Yeah, why not, right? I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't split them up. Okay, so I'm going to send... I mean, they're both the same, right? They have an inventory of 3. They have an empathy of 7. They have a prowess of 0. They're basically the same. But Katya is good at trading. So Katya is going to stay here. And then I'm going to send Anton to this district over here to interact with the shelled cottage to aid the neighbor. Okay, so if he's got 16 cards... All right, I've just mathed this out. This deck here, if you remove 9 cards, this is 16. So I'm just going to do it that way. It's just faster, right? Okay, so Anton here is going to lose 1 card for the plundered Old Town. And now he could either go up, which I think is better, right? He would lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if he goes down, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so you might as well lose 7. He's still going to have to interact with this guy because he's in that district. Okay, so let's do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does he have 6 left? Because he needs 6 to interact with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He does. Okay. This might work out. All right, so let's put that here. So Anton is going all the way there. He has to roll because he's in a space with a dude. Okay, perfect. Nothing bad happens. She's going to stay there. We'll resolve later. So basically, just to make things clear, this is the stuff that she's got because I want her to trade for food and stuff. So I'll just put that there. Okay, so let's deal with this guy. Noise has to be at 1. Actually, at 1, so that's good. We've returned 6 cards, and it says here, when scavenging in District 2 with the Shelled Cottage, you may return 6 exploration cards to look for Piotr's medicine, H109. So we are taking a scavenging action here for this thing here. So let's do it. Let's read H109. Okay, the number plate is still on the wall, although the whole house is punctured with shrapnel holes, and in the garden we can see shallow craters left by mortar grenades. We walk in through the open garden gate. Silence. We can't hear any voices or barking. Maybe no one's in, and we can just take what we need and leave. That's weird. We're thinking about stealing the place? That's bizarre. All right. What do you want? A middle-aged man asks us with enmity? Enmity. I've never heard of that word. Standing in the slightly ajar door. We explain who sent us and why. He won't get anything, the man growls. He'll die without the medicine. You know that, right? Do you know what this man did to us? To me and my sisters? Did he tell you? Let him die. Whoa. Okay, I mean, what? Wow, okay, so middle-aged guy tells us to basically piss off. He's like, no, don't give him anything, because he did something bad to us. Oh my god, I mean, we thought this guy was our neighbor and he was a good guy. But it turns out, okay, so what can we do? We leave? Or we force our way inside the house? Oh my god. I mean, there's no... We came all this way, right? I say we force our way inside the house. Let's just do it. I mean, what's the word? What, we'll take a wound or something? Let's do it. H288. All right, let's see if we made a good choice here. Okay. Before Peter's son closes the door, we kick it open. He lands on the floor, startled. We push our way inside. Don't get up or it'll get worse. We threaten him and go further inside. Way to go, Anton. We find his office. The glass door cabinet contains cardboard medicine boxes. Not many. We can see that the war has depleted his stock. We take everything we can find and walk away. leaving the frightened man behind. Add 1 meds and 1 bandages to the findings pile. Ooh, okay. Write down insulin injections on a blank token and place it on the findings pile. Treat it as a yellow token with a value of 15 and a weight of 0. Wow. Write down Talking with Piotr, H443, on a blank token and place it on the Fate deck. At the beginning of the next dawn phase, after the scavenging party's return, resolve H443. Okay, alright, let's do that. Alright, a meds and a bandages. So this is basically what Anton found, so I'll put it over here. Alright, so I've made a little token here. So insulin, yellow token, worth 15. And I've got this thing here, Talking with Piotr. I'll put it in the house, and as soon as my people return, we'll have to read that. Okay, that was interesting. So I'm happy that Anton found the cojones to to push that guy and walk into the house. Okay, so I'm going to leave this on top here. I guess it'll go away eventually. Now, this was not the end of everything, because he could keep exploring. He still got some cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did he get rid of the 6? I don't think he got rid of the 6. I think I forgot about that, so that would be this. He would have maybe 2 cards left to explore that location. Or, could he explore though? Could he? Yes. Shelled Cottage. Now, I just realized when the Shelled Cottage came out, like when we actually got to read H31, it said, go get Shelled Cottage, put it on, put it in a district. We actually should have put a token like this, an exploration token, on it, because this is a place that we can actually scavenge and explore, right? So I'm at this stage now where I could either discard 2 cards to get, let's say, 2 water or 2 wood or whatever, or I could just say, okay, I'm going to remove this token to explore the location. But honestly, if I get rid of that token, that's the only thing I'm ever going to find in there. So I might as well go back another time with a bigger deck and actually explore the place. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this thing here where it says forage. So discard the cards, so 2 of them, let's say, to get 2 of something. So maybe this guy gets 2 water, right? Yeah, that's basically the only way he's going to be able to do that. Because if he actually wants to bring back stuff equal to his inventory, which is 3, he would have to explore the location for real, which means taking this token off, flipping some cards, and then getting his inventory's worth. But just for 1 more, but we're losing so much of that exploration, I don't think it's worth it. So he's gonna take this, just 2 by discarding these cards, and that'll be that for him. And then we're gonna do her. Now it turns out we did it in the correct order, because it says resolve the exploration parties, the scavenging parties in order of ascendance. So basically 2 and then 10. So we actually, I didn't think about it, but this actually works out. So let's do that. So we're gonna draw 16 cards for her. All right, so 16 cards. We're losing 1 because of plundered old town here. It says 1. The noise is set to 3. And it says we could return 3 cards to socialize with people or 6 cards to trade. And we cannot explore this location for real because there is no exploration token on it. So let's just start trading, I guess, right? Yeah, why not? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. See, all of these cards are going to be wasted, basically. It's kind of weird. Okay. I can put this there, but I'll never get to explore this place because there's no token. So let's go trade with these folks right now. So 55, that's in the original book of scripts here. All right, let's do this here. My battery's getting low. So 55. Despite the crowds, this does not look like any marketplace that existed before the war. Faded people resembling skeletons try to barter junk and scrap. We join them. Yeah, I've seen this before. You may buy any tokens here. Trade commission 4, but I'm with Katya and trade commission is 0. So any tokens. Okay, let's think about this. And now, you know what, guys? As I'm preparing to trade for stuff, I just realized that I misunderstood this thing completely. If you look here, it says you discard any number of the following: 3 cigarettes or a moonshine or an alcohol. And there's little backslashes here. And then for the discarded tokens, advance the objective marker by 1 for 3 cigarettes, 1 for a moonshine, or 2 for 100% alcohol. It's like this or that, which will make it move by this or that or that. So that's so much better. Okay, that makes way more sense. So she's got a value of 10 here. So I'm thinking she could trade that for, let's get rid of this. This is what I'm going to be getting, okay? So let's say with the 10 here, she'll get some alcohol, which would move this by 2. That's pretty good. Then I would say that just for my own sake, I need a coffee and a cigarette, right? For my people, if ever they get spirit A. And now what else do I have? I've got 1 chems. I mean, I could get an extra cigarette just because. And now for the life of me, I cannot find the correct token, so I'll just use this for now. So alcohol is 2, so I'll bring this over here. So 2. All right, pretty good, pretty good. And actually, I'm going to stop myself right there because I just realized that Arika here is extremely hungry. We need to get her some food. So maybe this whole deal is just stupid, right? We need to get her, let's say, at least a vegetable so she stays at hunger level 2. So if we want to get her a vegetable, we need something that's worth at least 5. So, damn, I think the soldiers are going to have to wait. Let's say we get rid of this. Okay, so for, let's say, okay, we need a coffee and a cigarette for sure. So this is going to pay for this. And then if we want to pay for a vegetable, this is 5. So let's say we got 5 left with this, 1 left with that. So, okay, 1 left with this. So let's do a cigarette for this, right? Fine. Then we got 5 left. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do that. So let's get rid of everything that's yellow here. Yeah, good thing I caught that because I would have been in a lot of trouble. So what's going to happen is we're bringing this for everybody. Now we can discard, let's say, 3 cigarettes or a moonshine or whatever. Let's get rid of a moonshine to bump it up by 1. Okay. And then we could do this. We could do 3 cigarettes. Yeah, why not? 3 cigarettes to bump it up by 1 again. Okay, I think this works out. If I made a mistake, I'll let you know in a pop-up or anything, but I think we're okay with this. Okay, so that's what she's bringing back, and this is where that is. I think I'm good. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake. Okay. And now because she cannot actually explore this location, I think she's going to get rid of some cards to bring back some stuff. She's got an inventory of 3, so let's return 3 cards. I mean, we could do 3 cards to socialize. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's keep 3 cards to bring back some stuff, and let's get rid of 3 cards to socialize. Yeah, why not? We have the time, right? So let's do it. So socialize with people, 6, 8, 9. All right, 6, 8, 9 at the bottom here. The old town appears as one of the few islands of normality in this sea of madness, but the appearance from afar is a deception. Up close, you see people selling treasured heirlooms side by side with looters offloading their stolen goods. Some of it pure trash. Still, trade as it is reminds us, the survivors, of the pre-war days when the market square pulsed with trade in less illicit wares. Decide how you'll spend your time here. Listen to some gossip. Let's check if we can get something from the gifts for victims of war. Let's look for medical help. Maybe there's a doctor somewhere here. We could hire some help to transport things to our shelter. Maybe someone's looking to hire some help. See 1488. If you want to, return another 3 exploration cards and choose again, but you cannot choose the same option twice. Ah, okay, interesting. I don't think I've ever done this. Listen to some gossip, I don't think so. Get something from the gifts for victims of war. Medical help, I don't think we need. Hire some help to transport things. This could be something. I mean, we do have a lot of wood and stuff. I don't think we need that. Maybe someone's looking to hire some help. Huh. What could that be like? Okay, let's try that. 1488. Why not? I'm thinking maybe we'll get some money or some food or something. 1488. There's always work to be found here. Sometimes it's shifting rubble to clear a house or removing crates for foreign guests. We take any job we're strong enough to do. Add to the findings pile any tokens with a combined value of 3 for every character present. Oh man, I should have done that before trading. Oh man. Okay, well next time I'll know to do that. Okay, any tokens with a combined value of 3. All right, well, 3 tokens with a value of 3. I'm getting this, and I'm discarding it to bump this up by 1. All right, so let's move on right now to the Night Raids phase. All right, kids, so we're doing the Night Raids phase, and yeah, let's do it. So we've got, who is that here? This is Katsia. No, it's Arika. Yeah, Arika with a knife. Hopefully she won't get anything too bad. You might notice I'm wearing a different shirt. That's because my camera gave out. I had no more space. I had to go empty it out, and then I decided, you know what? I'm gonna take a bath and change my shirt. So there we go. We are dealing with some starving people. So it says here, damage any 4 tokens, starting with green tokens. Tokens or resources, starting with green, and then wounds 1. Okay, well, we do have 2 board ups. So whatever we do here, it's going to be -2 to the total. So let's roll with the knife. Boy, that's no good. We got prowess 2. We can re-roll twice. So let's do once. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so, you know, we could do... okay, let's say one of the board ups will cover the wound, because I don't want any wounds, right? Then we've got basically 3 and a board up, so 4. So I think this covers everything. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the board up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically we're blocking everything. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, great. Afterwards, shuffle this card back into the Night Raids deck. Okay, so actually this was not too bad. And now at the end of the Night Raids, we're going to do the Crime Wave thing. So we got to add 2 cards. I have 1 Resident card left and 1 Night Raid card left. So let's shuffle all these good things together. All right, all right, all right. All right, so now my people will be coming back home. So Anton is coming back with his water and his meds and his insulin. And we've got Katsia here coming back as well with coffee, cigarettes, and a vegetable. Okie dokie. So this is what we have. And again, I forgot, probably because I changed the cameras and all that, Katsia can bring back 3 things. So she's going to bring back, because of her inventory and nothing is heavy and all that, so she can bring back, let's say, water and probably some wood, right? No, components. Yeah, so let's bring back this. Okay. So now we're done with this, and at the start of the Dawn phase, if I remember correctly, this is when we get to talk with Piotr, H443, so let's do that right now. It's almost dawn when we get back home and stop near the tenement house where Piotr lives. Time to decide what we'll do with the insulin injections. Oh, okay. We give him the insulin. Their family matters are not our concern. We give him some insulin. He'll be on his own when he runs out. Okay, we can give him the insulin or give him some insulin. Or we go to our shelter. The insulin will come in handy if we need to trade. That is true, but I mean, the thing is, this guy, this dude, this Piotr guy, yes, he's our neighbor. Yes, he's got, he needs insulin, right? Because he's got diabetes. But his kid was very much in the vein of like, this dude has done bad things to me and my sisters, which I don't want to get unpleasant here, but this is the kind of game where I'm thinking child abuse, I'm thinking, you know, incesty situations, which is bad. So what do we do with this, right? Do we go like, screw this guy? Like totally screw this guy? I don't think so. Because maybe his kids aren't saying the truth. I don't know. But they, you know, he was adamant. Do we give him the insulin? Do we give him some insulin? Well, what about this phrase here? He'll be on his own when he runs out. What does this mean? Is he going to die alone? That's kind of sad. I guess we'll have to check the empathy of everyone. Damn. So, well, you know what? I think I'm going to split the difference. Like, I don't want to give him everything, and I don't want him to just flat out die, so I'm like, I'm going to take what his kid, you know, told us. I'm going to go halfway. We give him some insulin. He'll be on his own when he runs out. Maybe it's heartless. I don't know. So let's do this. Let's do H536. Okay, right over here. He didn't have any more, we say harshly, giving him a few syringes. Then we'd look at the old man, asking ourselves just one question. What has he done to his children to make his own son hate him so much? Piotr starts thanking us, but we say we need to get home before daylight. Change the value on insulin injections from 15 to 10. Remove the Talking with Piotr token from the game. Token? Okay, yeah, that I made. Flip the Aiding Our Neighbor event card face down. Back to game. Okay, so nothing too bad has happened. I guess if we had told him, like, piss off, basically, maybe, I don't know, maybe our misery would have gone up or something. I don't know. Okay, well, all in all, not too bad. So insulin is going to go from 15 to 10. So let's do this here, 10. Wow, I am making a right mess of this. So 10, and I'm just going to write here, weight equals 0. This is just for me here, so I understand what's going on. Okay, so we'll remove this token from the game. Now, this would be the time to assign meds and bandages and all that, but I think we're fine. Yes, we are. All right, so now it's time for the war event, war fate thing. Now, this thing here, Dawn Phase, resolve this card at the end of the Dawn Phase. We're going to do it at the end, but I don't think it's going to happen because we haven't ticked off any of those objectives. Okay, and my dog is barking like a crazy person, and I don't know why. All right, let's get a War Fate card going here, and we've got... Was this the same as before? I don't think so. All right, so raise the wounds of all wounded, unbandaged characters. That's not happening. Lower the illness of all characters. That's not happening because we're fine. Discard meds tokens from characters. Fine. If cold tokens minus board ups equals 4 or more, and they're not because it's 4 minus our 2 board ups here, so 2. Good, good, good. Then discard all engagement tokens. We don't have that. Move each white soldier 3 districts. Okay, and black soldier, we don't have any. We don't have any weight tokens. And then it's going to be Spirit A. Okay, so let's go move the soldier 3 districts. This guy is on the move, so it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Oh, he goes back to our house. Okay, okay, okay. And then we got to do Spirit A. So Spirit A, discard 1 cigarette from the storage or raise her misery. Let's not do that. Let's just do this here. If there's a book in the storage, and yeah, there's no book in the storage. So there we go. Discard 1 coffee or else she gets miserable. So bye-bye. Okay, so we managed to avert that problem. And that's it, basically. Yeah, all right, so that's done. Then we would need to check this thing here. If a completion token is placed on any act objective card, it's not. We're still at 3 on 4, so let's not even touch that. So let's shuffle these back up. Okay. So it's the end of the Dawn Phase. All in all, not too bad. All right, before I forget, let's do this. We got Resourceful and Trader. See, this is a reward as well from the from one of those scenarios that I've played in the other expansion. So we can do Resourceful. Play when crafting a fitting. Ignore the requirements for one of the resource/token types. Okay, requirements for one of the things. That's pretty good. Or Trader. Play at any time during the day actions, dusk, evening, or dawn. Okay, so almost any time except scavenging. You may perform a trade to exchange tokens from the storage for any other token. Trade commission 0. Oh, well, that's pretty good. So we don't have to be anywhere. We can just say, hey, we met a trader and change, you know, anything that's worth 10 for anything that's worth 10 or whatever. That's pretty damn good. Ooh, you know, I think I might keep this around. Yeah, and I'll shuffle this back in the deck. Yeah, that's pretty good because that would enable me to just make a trade and then just go scavenge instead of wasting my whole scavenging phase for trading. Yeah, basically. Okay, so let's put this back there. All right, so let's move on to day number 3. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button down below. Now, I know it seems like a very small thing to do, but it actually does help the channel when you do that. And if ever you should find yourself in a super generous mood, well, I do accept donations via PayPal. And anything you give, big or small, will help keep me going.